There are marketplaces hidden deep within the dark web, ones that sell far more than weapons or stolen data. These places don't care about currency or laws. They deal in something older, something primal. I stumbled across one of them by accident. At first it looked like just another strange forum, stripped code, cryptic messages, weird symbols, but it wasn't. This was different. This was alive. They called it the Witch Doctor's Marketplace. And what it sold wasn't just dangerous, it was forbidden. This is how I found it, and this is why I'll never sleep peacefully again. It started during one of my usual late-night dives into the dark web. I wasn't looking for anything supernatural, just chasing a rumor about a hidden thread offering so-called consciousness enhancers. That's deep web speak for brain-altering tech, illegal, untested, and often fake. But that night, something felt different. In a hidden thread buried under layers of encryption, I found a single post from a user called Drumskull88. No hype, no explanation. Just a link, followed by one line. Only open if you're ready to barter with your soul. I should have closed my browser right then. But curiosity is what always gets you in the end. When I clicked the link, my screen flickered once, twice, and then everything changed. This wasn't a typical website. No menus, no text, no source code I could view. Instead, it looked like I was peering through a window into another realm. There was a marketplace, but not like any I'd ever seen. It was dark, almost jungle-like, lit by flickering torches and surrounded by shadows that moved even when nothing else did. Strange items hovered in place, totems made of bone and glass, jars that seemed to breathe, relics that pulsed with a heartbeat I could feel through the screen. Each one shimmered with unnatural energy. At the center of it all stood a figure cloaked in smoke, its face hidden behind a tribal mask made of bone and circuitry. Below it, a name burned into the bottom of my screen, the Witch Doctor. I couldn't tell if I had found the site, or if the site had found me. Drawn in by a mixture of fear and fascination, I scrolled through the items until one caught my eye. The Tongue of Truth. The description promised the power to hear what people truly meant, beyond their words, to uncover hidden secrets and lies. But the price was cryptic, a voice of your own choosing. At first I thought it was some kind of metaphorical payment, an unsettling but harmless phrase. I chose my brother's voice thinking it was the closest thing to a joke. The transaction processed instantly, and my screen went black. For a moment I felt nothing. Then slowly, the world around me shifted. Suddenly I began hearing things I shouldn't. Whispers beneath conversations, hidden fears lurking in the silence. What I didn't realize was that the payment was real, and my brother's voice was gone. At first, the power felt like a gift. I could hear the lies, the secrets, the true intentions behind every word spoken around me. But soon the whispers grew darker, coming from places that didn't exist, voices that weren't human, murmurs in a language I couldn't understand but felt deep in my bones. The gift turned into a curse. My brother, the one whose voice I had taken, stopped speaking entirely. It wasn't anger or fear that silenced him. It was as if something had stolen his ability to speak, leaving him trapped in silence. And I realized then, this wasn't just a trade. It was a theft. I had bargained away more than I imagined, and the Witch Doctor's reach was far beyond the screen. Desperate to undo what I'd done, I returned to the Witch Doctor's Marketplace, hoping to reverse the trade or at least find a way out. But the site was different now. Corrupted, decayed, almost hostile. Items I had seen before vanished without a trace, and the eerie jungle glow was replaced by a sickly red hue. Then, at the center of the screen, the mask of the witch doctor shifted, no longer a faceless tribal figure, but a twisted reflection of me, staring back with hollow eyes. A chilling message blinked below. You bartered. You belong. It was then I understood. I was trapped. Not just online, but somehow tethered to this dark realm, a prisoner of my own curiosity and greed. Legend has it the witch doctor's marketplace appears only once to those it chooses, like a phantom lurking in the darkest corners of the dark web. But the truth is far worse. The marketplace doesn't just vanish after the first visit. It follows you, like a shadow fused to your soul. Long after the screen went black and the mask of the witch doctor burned into my mind, I could still feel its presence. It watches from the silence between every word I speak, whispering secrets no one else can hear. Sometimes when I'm alone, I catch other voices bleeding into my thoughts, echoes of those who made the same terrible bargain and lost everything. They haunt me, they warn me, and they remind me that the price of that marketplace is not paid in money, but in pieces of your very self. If you ever find that link, that gateway, remember, some trades aren't worth making. Because once you cross that line, there's no going back. You become part of the market, forever trapped in its endless dark exchange.